In the era of the dinosaurs, we see a dragonfly being eaten by a lizard-like creature. The creature is also eaten by a land-water carnivore. A huge dinosaur comes from the trees and attacks the land-water creatures. They escape into the sea. These creatures turn back to the land as they realize something after them. The dinosaur attacks one of the land-sea creature and eats it. A huge shark named the Meg attacks the dinosaur, killing it in the process. The movie begins and we see a man named Jonas on a ship container. He is there on a secret mission to find evidence of illegal dumping of waste into the sea. He goes to the captain's office and take photos of the evidence needed. A sailor comes into the office and Jonas pushes him away. He gets outside and is surrounded. The sailors attack him and he fights back, beating them up using their own weapons. He gets to the edge of a container and he jumps into the sea. The sailors leave him as they think he wouldn't make it to the shore by swimming. A plane flown by. Jonas's friends named Mac and Rigas comes and pick Jonas. They get to their headquarters. We see the director of operation with his co-founder named Hillary. His niece, who is Jonas's stepdaughter named Maying, is seen beside him. A company party is held. We see Maying fixing Jonas's tie for him. The director of operations named John talks about how they found a Meg as a pup and took care of it. He further says that due to the advanced technology, they have been able to create a diving machine that can go beyond the normal seabed a human can go. He also introduces the idea of diving into such waters and names the operation Mono 1. Maying is seen with Jonas. She asks to follow them when doing the mission with Mono 1. Rigas comes to call Jonas away. We see John with the Meg pup called Heike. John has been training the Meg with clicks. 1 click means to come forward and 2 clicks means to go away. The training fails as John is almost eaten. The day comes and we see Jonas and his team preparing for the dive. Heike goes unconscious as if he is being controlled. He breaks the metal barrier and escapes. The dive begins as we see 2 machines entering into the sea. One machine is being headed by John and the other by Jonas. Maying comes out and it turns out that she sneaked into Jonas's machine. Jonas requests they send Maying back when their machines start to read an object following them. The tracker shows it to be Heike. They dive into the next underground level of the sea to lose Heike. They use countermeasures on their machine to avoid attracting more Megs. Mac, who is in mission control, tells them to get back, but John asks that they should explore the place. They see more gigantic Megs and an underground sea station. A guy named Montes is the one controlling the illegal sea station. He sees the Mono 1 divers and sets off an explosion to cause a landslide. Both divers struggle to dodge the incoming attacks to survive. The landslide causes both machines to fall to the seabed and lose power. Mac tries to contact both dives but to no avail. Jonas does some hard wiring and he gets a connection with Mac. Jonas calls for an emergency dive rescue. Mac says that the diving machine has been sabotaged by an unknown assailant. Mac tells a black guy called DJ and a female called Jess to look out for any intruders. Jonas and his team wear protective suits and leave the machine. They meet John and his team on the way and they both head to the sea station. Lance, a male part of John's team, sees beautiful creatures and decide to touch them. A creature sticks on him and he starts to scream for help. Rigas helps him with the creature. Lance starts to get tired and begins to fall back. The team hear Lance scream and see his helmet fall to the ground. They move faster and they realize some carnivorous animals chasing them. They decide to fight and start to shoot the creatures. The creatures attack a female named Sal and is saved by Jonas. The creatures escape as they see 2 Megs approaching. Jonas shoots a torch to distract the Megs. They manage to get into the station except Sal, who loses air due to her suit being torn by the first attack. She is killed by the Meg and the pressure from the sea burst through a female named Kittis's suit, killing her in the process. The rest of the team lower the level of water in the station and try to find a way to escape. They get to a place and are able to get a visual communication with Jess. Jess directs them to the escape pods. They get to the escape pods and Jess shows her true colors. We come to see that Jess is working with Hillary and Montes to kill Jonas and his team. Jess locks down the place and water begins rushing in. She detaches the escape pods and leaves them. Jonas gets out through the pathway of the escape pods. He plans to swim to the entrance and help the rest of the team from the outside. Jonas encounters another creature and he kills it by shooting his gun. He manages to get inside and almost drowns. He wakes up and sees himself being dragged by Montes. Jonas wakes up and a fight between Montes and himself breaks out. Jonas manages to push Montes away and he goes to free the others. Montes comes again, pushing Jonas into a grinder. Jonas stops the grinder with a pickaxe. He manages to defeat Montes. He frees the others as they almost drown. They escape with Montes's ship as they light up the sea station to attract the Megs. We see Montes also safely escaping to the surface. DJ and Mac see from a recording that Jess was the one that sabotaged the rescue machine. Hillary sends her men to take control of Mana 1C station. DJ and Mac are surrounded. DJ goes out with a pepper spray and Mac with a teaser. DJ uses his spray but Mac is also affected. DJ takes Mac and uses the teaser on Jess. Jonas gets to the surface. DJ and Mac are apprehended and DJ beats up their attackers with close quarter combat. They escape and are surrounded again. Jong distracts the attackers whilst Jonas beats them up. They get into a boat and try to escape. Montes goes to Jess and they kiss each other. The duo talk to Hillary and they see a Meg behind them. The Meg breaks through the glass and eats Jess like it was her destiny to be eaten. Montes escapes and his men follow Jonas on a boat. They are about to shoot Jonas when the Meg swallows the boat as a whole. We see people on the beach. Jonas makes weapons to use against the Meg. Montes and Hillary arrive at the beach on a helicopter. The dolphins in the sea are seen escaping the ocean. The waterland creatures get on the beach and start attacking people. The Megs are also seen eating people. Jonas goes to attack the Megs using a lifeboat. Jong and Mac go to get more explosives. DJ and Rigas go to find network to call for help. Hillary is attacked by the waterland creatures and is being dragged away. Jong and Mac are held at gunpoint. DJ and Rigas see some of the creatures. Rigas runs away and DJ follows her. The duo meet with Jong and Mac. The creatures attack Hillary's men and Jong with the others run away. Mac and Jong manage to steal a helicopter and go with the explosives. DJ manages to get a connection and calls for help. Jonas attacks the Meg but it dodges. He attacks again and manages to kill it by exploding its gills. Jong sees mating and lowers the helicopter to take her. A giant octopus attacks Mac's helicopter, dragging it down. Jong falls into the sea and is being taken by the octopus. Heike comes in and saves him by tearing off the head of the octopus. Jonas attacks Montes's leg and causes him to bleed. This attracts the last Meg as Jonas pushes Montes to be eaten. Mac is unconscious and Jong helps him up. Jonas draws the attention of the Meg using the blade of the helicopter. The Meg attacks and is impaled by the helicopter blade. A waterland creature almost kills mating but DJ saves her. Heike is the last Meg and is coming towards them. Jong manages to communicate with it using the clicks and its eyes roll back from being controlled. The team sit at the shore as they celebrate their victory. The moral of the story is that curiosity is what causes the house fly into the grave.